Over the last two games against the Dream and now the Dallas Wings, the Indiana Fever, it feels like they're starting to gel together. Now, I understand it's a two-game sample size, and it took until the second half of the Dream and Fever game for Indiana to go on their run. I love the fact they outscored the Dream 30-17 in the fourth quarter. I want them to build good habits in those fourth quarters. Now, this game against the Wings, I'm not going to hold it against them losing the fourth quarter 2018 because the game was already over. I love the fact in the last two games, Caitlin Clark hasn't shot well from the field. 9 assists, 4 rebounds. This game, she had 13 assists, 3 rebounds, and 5 steals. And the turnovers, she had 2 turnovers in the last game and 2 turnovers in this game. If she can keep that under 5 a game, because that's what she's normally averaging, this offense is going to really hum. I like Natasha Howard in this game. She was doing a great job running down the court, creating transition opportunities for the Fever, and she was getting the Fever running a lot. And that was good because whenever there's opportunity, they got a defensive rebound and they could get an easier transition basket. She was just sprinting and beating her defender down the court. Aaliyah Boston, the pick and roll actions, whether it's Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, or Ari McDonald, I thought she was solid out there. She was making quick decisions. She was driving to the basket, and the Fever looked really sharp with Aaliyah Boston out there. And I like the fact when she had open mid-range shots, she took them. When she had opportunities to score in the post, she took advantage of those matchups. Aaliyah Boston was just very efficient all night long. And of course, Natasha Howard, 8 of 9 from the field. Fantastic stuff. I like the combination of Howard and Boston. And of course, I like what Kelsey Mitchell did early on in the game where she had a backdoor cut, got an easy layup to just get the offense going. It was a balanced win, and I like the fact they handled their business. The Wings aren't that good right now, and they took care of the game in the first half. And I like that because going forward, when you play a team like the Wings, or I know they got the Connecticut Sun tomorrow, take care of business so your players can get rest. I know Caitlin Clark is still getting healthier, so I do expect her minutes to go up as she gets, her legs under her, and I expect her to shoot better from the field. But if she's still playmaking, if she's forcing steals, like there was one play where the Wings made a pass, I believe it's the middle court, and Caitlin Clark intercepted the pass, got an easy layup. Those are the things you're looking for from Clark. I like the pace they were playing with. They were running in transition. That ball was moving around court. They weren't settling, and they just handled their business. Now, obviously, coming up, you got the Connecticut Sun tomorrow at the time of this recording. You got the Liberty before the All-Star break. I would love for them to win both games. Maybe that's not realistic because obviously Caitlin Clark's getting healthier, but that would be good if they could win at least one of these next 2 games, just to win 3 of your last 4 games to close the All-Star break. I like where they're at in terms of like the offense. It seems to be getting better. They're starting to hum. Offensive rebound, they had 11 this game. Against the Dream, they had 10. And the Dream are a good basketball team, by the way. They're solid. And if they can get Natasha Howard running in transition, because she looked like a demon out there just sprinting down the court, and they couldn't keep up with her. It was a huge advantage for the Fever. Play with that type of pace. Don't slow the game down, because if you have Kelsey Mitchell just dribble, 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 and go hero ball, it doesn't always work. I think Caitlin Clark needs to have the ball the majority of the time. There was a play where they inbound the ball and Clark wasn't involved and they turned it over against the Wings. It was early in the game. And as long as Caitlin Clark is in control of each possession, that's a better idea, in my personal opinion. I'm glad that we're not seeing these weird lineups of Ari McDonald and Caitlin Clark. Keep the rotation simple. We know that Lexi Hall needs to be one of their primary perimeter defenders out there with Clark. And it's a good matchup wise when you're dealing with bigger teams. So for me, the Fever looked good these past 2 outings. And really the last 6 quarters, you can say that the Fever really started to ramp things up. But we'll see how it plays out against the Sun. If they go back to the same old bad habits where they don't have Caitlin Clark initiating the offense, and they're not playing with as much pace, and Clark is turning the ball over, it's a sloppy game, that's cause for concern, because that's a reflection of your coach and the players on this team. There's talent on this roster. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 women in double figures. The last game against the Dream, they had 4 women in double figures, and 1, 2, 3 players with over 6 points, or at least 6 points for the Fever. So they've got plenty of depth. It's good to have Dantas back. This bench is, going to add value as well. And hopefully this trend continues in the right direction. And if Clark can get her shot back, Fever are going to be dangerous. I'm telling you right now, they're going to be scary. I don't think you want to deal with them, but they got to catch fire. I don't think if you're winning 2 games, losing 2, that is not a recipe for success. You're very inconsistent as a basketball team. And by the time the playoffs come, if you even make it, you might get swept in the first round. This team should have expectations to at least win a playoff series. And if they don't, to me, that's a disappointment because we see the potential of this roster. The talent's there. It's obvious they're really good when things are clicking. They just got to play well together and play a specific style. I understand that there are times that Stephanie White would like to mess around with a rotation, but do it outside the starting lineup where maybe you want to play McDonald with Mitchell or Clark with Mitchell at specific times, not the whole game. So something that White needs to pay attention to. I do like the fact they've handled business the last 2 games and they responded against the Dream. They could have just folded and said, you know what? They've owned us all year. They didn't. Had a great second half. And Aaliyah Boston, how would have been fantastic. Kelsey Mitchell was really good in the last game, 9 of 16 from the field. She shot 3 of 7 from the three. She's just been great all year long for them. And so is Aaliyah Boston, just really carrying the offensive weight without Caitlin Clark's scoring input. I know she's still getting healthier. So it's good to see other teammates pick up the slack, but it's also good to see Clark still playmaking. If she can continue to keep those turnovers down, this offense is going to be hard to deal with, and Clark's going to go to a new level. I know people want to say, well, she's washed and she doesn't look as good, but I'm telling you right now, when Clark gets her shot back, the league is in trouble, and we'll see how the Fever end up in the playoffs if they even make it. It's going to be fun to watch. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I'd love to hear your thoughts about the recent games of the Fever. Do you think things are starting to get better, or do you need to wait a little bit longer before you have a conclusion? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.